How's it going, pirates? Do you guys remember these two guys? Oh yeah, Dwayne and Hal. That's right. Well, Dwayne used to look like that, and then I decided to change him into this. And then most recently, I was watching a Skellywags TV episode,
Shut up and sit down.
and I saw him make an awesome custom out of this, and he created that. Pretty awesome. I really like that look. And then when I was looking at Dwayne's helmet and I was looking at that figure, which is the Padre figure, I was like, that outfit actually would match that helmet a heck of a lot more. The colors seem to match a lot better with that helmet. So I decided to go with this look, added some other greeblies to him, and he's almost finished. I still have a few little things to add to him and also weather him up a little bit just to finish his overall look. And then there was Hal. Hal was formerly just an AI computer software, but he has now been upgraded and downloaded into this droid body. To now, I decided to get this figure and decided to give Hal an upgrade.
Upgrades.
And now he looks more like this. So let's take a look and see what I did to get him to that point. So here's what I've done with mine. So I started adding some silver paint apps. I still have more weathering to do on this. So the first thing I did was remove the head, original head, and added my BD1 Black Series head, which was repainted, as I had this as part of another custom, as you guys saw in the earlier pictures. And then I've drilled a hole in this forearm and this one as well. Added the little piece here so that way I can make this turret fit on there and rotate. So I wanted to have that option. And so this is from the Aliens APC. I can't remember what scale it was, but it's a die-cast metal APC. There was a piece hanging down here which connected to the APC. I had to cut that off, sanded it down a little bit to make it a little bit more flat so that it could fit on there and it wouldn't stick out too much. And then I also got, this is from Marauder Toys. They have those power armor suits where you can attach those to your figures. So I took this weapon system off, which is like a miniature rocket launcher type thing, or as like I call it, it's like in the Mandalorian, the whistling birds.
Stand up.
Kind of weapon system. So that's kind of what this is, and this is going to attach to this forearm here. I still have to put a wash on them just to bring out some of the details. And as you saw, I did put some silver on here to denote some damage, some scratches and stuff like that. I still have to do some more weathering, just dirtying it up a little bit because it just still looks too new. That's going to be my HAL 2.0. So there's going to be some lore coming soon in regards to this and my character, my avatar that I'm working on as well. So now he has a jetpack. This cable, I was trying to get this cable to attach to the backpack, but I couldn't get it done right. I drilled 2 holes on top and it fit in there, but it never would stay in. I don't necessarily want to glue it down yet, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I also have to add his holster to the side. I had one there before, but it didn't really hold the gun properly, and then it broke, so the gun kept falling out. And I also added a sheath at the back here for his knife. So this was repainted white, but this is also from Marauder Toys. I could have gotten one in white, but the one I had on hand was initially yellow, so I just painted it white to go with the color scheme of his suit. And so I have a holster now for his gun, which is the Epic Heroes Star-Lord's gun. I repainted it black, and then some of the paint started scraping off, which is cool because then it gives it like some wear and tear as well. So that came out pretty cool. And then for his holster, I have this one here. I believe this was from the 4-inch Indiana Jones figure that I had, and I cut it off his belt as I was making customs with that Indiana Jones. So I'm going to paint this white as well, and then glue that down to his leg on the side here. It kind of fits into the groove that's there. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then that way he can holster his weapon. So a few other customs that I'm working on as part of this team, because this is part of my Edgepoint security team. These are the guys that go through the gateway. So my avatar is a pilot. So if you go to my Instagram, you'll see the storyline for this character. And actually both of these characters. This HAL was originally just an AI for the ship that my avatar was piloting. And then after a few years later, they joined the teams that are responsible for going through the gateways. Just like SG1, where they would have a team that would go through the gateway to investigate what's on the other side. So I actually have other members of the team that I'm working on as well. So this guy here, which is a Dathomirian male, this was actually Savage's head, and I actually repainted that. I'm gonna have to paint his eyes in and do a little bit of weathering, or at least some shading on his face as well, by adding a wash to his face to bring out some more of the detail. But yeah, he's my badass guy. So he's the weapon specialist, aside from obviously now the 2.0 HAL. This guy is going to have the Thumper. So that was the one where Defined Outer Rim Station. He came up with the name for the gun for that, and that's the other member of the team. I also have a female Red Orc that I still haven't finished yet. I'm just working on the arms for her.
A few moments later.
So here's Rala Duragus, and she's made up of the boss fight female Red Orc and the Pan-Oceania Nokin Special Intervention Recon Team female soldier. So here she is with the Pan-Oceania helmet, and all I needed to do in order to put her together was just add the boss fight arms, and in order to do that, all I needed to do was add some glue to the Joy Toy armpit sockets, and the arms popped right in after the glue set a little bit. So she was a fairly simple, easy kitbash.
But wait! There's more!
So here's the communications and tech expert from the team, Devrin Gith. Yes, he's a cyborg, and yes, he looks cool. He's made up of a custom RoboCop unhelmeted head, the male version of the Pan-Oceania Recon Team member, a backpack from a Star Wars character that I think is from the Star Wars Unleashed video game, but I'm not 100% certain, and his helmet is made up of this guy. I did cut the ears off, and I'll probably use those as greeblies. And here we have Jack Matsu, my heavy gunner Dathomirian weapon specialist. So he's the guy that deals with the big guns, and this gun is called the Thumper. So Jack is made up of the head from Savage Opress, the Clone Wars action figure, as well as the body from the Corvus Belli Infinity line, Knight of Santiago. Great figure, but I'm not going to be using that head. And as you can see, I also removed the comma that he has on his lower body, so therefore he doesn't have the sword any longer. Next we have Emmy Dash, the team's medic. She was a simple custom. All I did was got a water slide decal of the Star Wars medical logo on her back, and she's also made up from the Pan-Oceania Recon Team member. And finally, we have the leader of the team, Captain Jarin Jarugan. He's made up of two figures. This Saluk Golden Legion figure from Joy Toy, and that's the Battle of the Stars toy line, as well as the Pan-Oceania male Recon Team member. So this is how the original Edgepoint Gate Guardians look like. I wasn't quite satisfied with them, so I wanted to make some changes. So now, this is what my team looks like. There's still some touch-ups I need to do with some of the characters, but I'm liking how it looks so far. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week. If you're new to the channel, I would have really appreciated if you would subscribe, as it helps me out. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new updates. And until the next video, take care, pirates.